Welcome back to another episode of Lorebound Legends, a podcast where we learn the lore with you because we don't really know what we're talking about half the time. I'm one of your hosts, Daniel. I'm joined today with Kailyn. Kailyn, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Oh, just immediately breathe right into the mic. I'm doing good. I am wearing a sweater today. It is not June, and it's freezing in this house. So yeah, that's my statement.
It's not freezing. You're focused. You're highly focused on this sweater for sure.
Yeah, I like a good sweater. Why can't I wear? Okay, I will say, when I started my job like 3 years ago, I was working in the office, and I just really like a good sweater. And also the studios that I would work in, like they would be so cold, or they would be so hot during like the winter. They were like freezing. You always have to have like a sweater, like you would just like stash a hoodie there. But I didn't know this because I was only there for like a month, so I was wearing like a sweater because it was cold in the morning. And it was like April. And then I was like sweating by the time work was done because the rooms would get so hot because of you just sitting in there and there's like servers and stuff. That's my tale. I don't really understand temperature, apparently.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Just kind of living the dream.
Yeah. I don't know how interesting that is, but I just like a good sweater.
Doesn't explain how you are.
It doesn't, or it does?
It doesn't really explain how you are.
That's fair.
Really quickly before we even get into it, I'm good too, by the way.
I was going to ask you.
I'm good too. Just turn your mic a little bit here for me, please, if you wouldn't mind.
I was going to ask you.
No, this way, yeah. A little more, perfect. Perfect, yeah.
Yeah, I was really going to ask you. You started talking.
Yeah.
So I don't want to interrupt.
No, I've been pretty good. We were out of town for an event with the other show and everything like that. Kailyn was producing for the weekend, so we're kind of a little tired from there. Last week was just mostly catching up and trying to convince Kailyn. Here's my big problem, right? For anyone who watches on YouTube, I have this big window in the background, and I'm trying to convince Kailyn to make me a big thing to cover it, like a banner. But she likes to crochet, she likes yarn. To me, it makes sense that I would just get her to do that, and she's out here trying to crush dreams, saying it would be too heavy.
I'm not trying to crush dreams. You're saying cover the whole window and the whole closet. That's just hanging a blanket at that point. I'm saying you could get a real nice smaller piece that I don't have to crochet 8 trillion rows of like just the base color, because I'm not going to do like one letter. I'm not doing LORE down. I would like to do it across as a word. You
know what that sounds like? Cowardice.
Well, then you do it.
I couldn't. It's not my problem. But anyways, yeah, so today the episode we're into is the, I believe, 9th book. Is that right? I'm pretty sure. Yeah. This one is called And Peace Shall Sleep.
This book, can I tell you, I've already like made the thumbnail for this. And I just had a good chuckle. Two chuckles. First is the people on the cover. That's you and me. You're the girl and I'm the guy. That's our height difference. For people who are listening, girl's very short. The guy, taller than the girl. So
good, clean fun.
And then
that's my hairstyle in the mornings.
That's pretty silly. I like that. Yeah. And then the quote of, they all have like headset, something on the front, and this one says, it's so stupid. That's why I've been thinking about it for like 2 days. One problem with dragon eggs, they hatch into dragons. It's like, yeah, okay. Yes.
Oh,
the dragon egg. Did you know that platypus eggs will hatch into platypus?
Yeah. The one problem with chicken eggs. Chickens.
Yeah.
Right. Like
we could talk about geese and how that's a problem that they hatch into geese, but.
Do geese lay eggs?
Yeah, they're birds.
Do all birds lay eggs?
I don't know if you're actually kidding me right now.
I don't know much about birds.
What? Actually?
I don't know about. What do you mean, actually?
Like, actually.
I'm pretty sure they all do.
Yeah.
What about like pterodactyls? Maybe
No, I'm sure that they also.
Pterodactyls aren't mammals?
No, they look like reptiles. Crocodiles lay eggs.
Are you trying to tell me that birds are reptiles?
Yes. Yes.
Wow, I should have.
They're like a descendant.
I should have stayed in school longer.
Yeah.
I'm glad this isn't a nature podcast.
All birds lay eggs. Yeah, that's kind of their thing. You know how birds like nests? That's kind of how emus lay eggs.
Do reptiles have nests?
Yeah.
I don't know.
They lay eggs. Snakes have like weird like smushy eggs. I stumbled on like a YouTube short, and this guy like takes apart like the eggs to help the snakes get out sometimes, and they're like really like they don't harden. They're just like really soft, and he just kind of like pries them open with tweezers. Weirds me out. I don't like that part of YouTube Shorts, but I keep going there. And then I'm like, I want to see a baby snake. I don't want to. I don't. I'm good.
You're a weird guy.
No!
So anyways, this one's by Sonia Oren Liris. It was May 23rd, 1996, and it is the 9th book. It's set on Sarpedia. So let's find out where Sarpedia is. It's an expanded version of the writer's story, The Going Price, from the 95 Tapestries anthology.
Let's go.
Love the Tapestries, yeah. The name of the book is a reference to the line, "And peace shall sleep with Turks and infidels," from Shakespeare's Richard II.
Oh,
so
sheesh.
take us away with some Sarpedia lore.
Okay. Sarpedia is a remote continent in Dominaria's southern hemisphere. It was ravaged by warfare during the period between the Brothers' War and the Ice Age. It's isolated from other land masses, and little is known about its denizens and history. What is known is that the 5 major cultures around 170 AR were destroyed by invading forces and internal strife. So most races were entirely wiped out, and others escaped to other parts of the world, leaving the creatures known as thralls with dominion over the entire continent. And most of the story is told through the fallen empire's expansion.
Okay, so it looks like maybe this will be our first time where something is actually magical.
Look at that guy.
Yeah, the Thralls types are cool. So Thralls are a creature animated from dead flesh.
Oh.
Usually with black mana that have some mono-white in a black-white faction. The process of creating Thralls is much different from animating the undead, as Thralls are actually living creatures. Thralls are often used for ritual sacrifices. Their sacrifice releases the mana stored in them. It's been noted the process for creating Thralls is very similar to the process by which Phyrexian newts are created. The creature type Thrall was first printed in the Fallen Empires. So tell us a bit about the Sarpedian Thralls, I guess.
They just make these little friends to kill them? Well, that's not very nice. He's just a big guy. He's just a big buddy. I had something to say about the Thralls, and I've like already forgotten. But
fair.
Yeah.
Probably what they looked like.
No, they're kind of cute. They look like weird worms. They're kind of frightening, but yeah, I don't know. It's just your wiki search is in my way, I think, of what I wanted to see. But yeah.
No, all right, yeah.
All right.
So
I don't understand the difference between the undead and the living Thralls, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they're made from undead flesh, but they're still living. I don't know. It's all a nightmare. It's all a nightmare. It's kind of nice. So this, like it said, it's on Dominaria. Pretty much all the books have been basically set on Dominaria. That was like one of the first main places things were actually. We had the place for the green mana tree thing, Crete, and that plane just wasn't really fleshed out as something, right? Whereas Dominaria has like a rich history and a lot goes on it. So it's kind of nice to know where things are in Dominaria. But anyways, back to it. The Sarpedian Thralls. On the continent of Sarpedia, the Thralls were first created by Endric Sar as slaves for the Order of the Even Hand. Endric experimented endlessly on Thralls, expanding their use beyond ritual sacrifice into creatures capable of being harvested for armor, assisting in rituals, and eventually as combatants. The Thralls became more self-confident after the visit of Rio Dai, who convinced them to turn on the masters. Intelligent Thrall varieties turn into a species as a whole against their master, annihilating the order and, save for the Thalids, eventually wiping out all non-Thrall life in Sarpedia.
Oh gosh, they killed everyone? This is not very nice, but they don't look smart. Look kind of like a big dumb guy. Big dumb worm with legs.
Rhino without a horn?
Yeah, basically. And possibly eyes. So what, they're smart? Like they can start talking or what?
No idea. Joranna Ruhr, we don't know who these people are, and I'm not going to go into them right now, attempted to lead a counterinsurgency against the Thrall army, but was killed by Thrall assassins.
How is this thing going to sneak up behind me?
Well, they're not all this. This is just a big Thrall.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so different. Like these are like some other Thralls. Like let me.
Oh, that one was horrible.
Let me show you some. Where's some represented Thralls? Yeah, so Endric Sar on the pop-up, you can see here for the YouTube video, you can see him making the Thralls in the background there.
Oh gosh, they look like scary aliens.
And then the same thing in the.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, right. They're more of like.
No,
these little...
I don't like these guys. Now they're just scared. The other one looked okay. He was just like a big blob guy. Oh, I don't like them.
Yeah, right. So I'm just trying to look here. Yeah, so you can see more of the thralls.
Oh, they're horrible.
Yeah, they're little monster demon things.
Yeah, no wonder they rose up.
Yeah, right.
Yikes.
If I was made to look like that, I might too.
If I was like dead flesh, I'd be like, can I like not
Yeah.
be here? Thank you.
So here we go with the back to the pop up. Endrixar considered his masterpiece the Derelor. So that's what they would look like. So they're not all just this big like mindless thing.
For people listening and not seeing, it's like a green goblin head with like an alien tongue, and then it's got a centaur body. Centaur's the horse one, right? I always say minotaur. Yes.
Yeah.
So it's just
with like cheetah print.
Yeah, it's upsetting every way you look at it.
Pretty cool. Black spells you play cost one more to play. That's not a good card. It's
why would I want to cost one more?
Couldn't tell you.
On mine?
Yeah, it's a 3/4, or it's a 3 and a black for a 4/4. Black spells you play cost 1 black more to play.
Why would I play that?
Man, cards used to suck.
This is my masterpiece.
I guess
it cost me more.
I guess if you were playing a deck where you wanted to get rid of things and like send them over to other people, but then again,
but I still have to pay more then.
No, you wouldn't pay more. You'd send it over to them so they pay more. Like you'd give them the creature, like donate the creature somehow. But then if they're not playing black, it's kind of pointless. Doesn't make the most sense. It's a big workaround.
It's my masterpiece, though. It's perfect.
Yeah, but the leaders of the Orbit, Evenhand deemed it his greatest failure, much larger than other thralls.
There you go. Yeah.
Derelors required a constant supply of black mana that put great strain on the even source's hand. So kind of cool.
It kind of ties in with the card then too, because it's like, oh, they consistently need more black mana.
Yeah, but I think we're getting away from what we were looking at. So with Sarpedia again, basically, only thralls are basically in the Fallen Empire. So a little bit of history from the continent. Long before the time of the brothers, Sarpedia was ruled by the Choctaw Empire, which used its subject people to feed an unending need for sapient sacrifice. Ugh. The last of their priests called, all right, N.C. Nixizli. Why do I always take these parts? Nixizli. A word for... Yeah, I don't know. Who knows? A word meaning inhuman by the early Sarpedians was summoned away by planeswalkers from time to time.
What an unfortunate name.
Interesting. He came back telling of grand battles he saw and fought when the gods called him, using the tales as inspiration for his battles, and supposedly he had never been defeated. The last time he was summoned away, he didn't come back. So probably was. His people believed the gods had made Nixili a god himself and started creating cameos for representing his ascension. The Choctaw, however, were ripped apart by the progenitor of the Sarpedian Empire, which killed outright whoever had ties to the old Choctaw region.
Religion.
Yeah.
Religion.
Yeah, religion. Okay, yeah.
I feel like every episode I've gone bum 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 at some point. So I'm just realizing that now.
Yeah. You're a simple lady.
I'm easy to please. Just give me a bum bum bum.
Yeah, so we'll skip a bunch of this stuff because it's different lore that we don't need to know, but let's take it here.
Rise of the Thralls. I was about to do it again. Bum bum bum. Bum bum bum. Next to nothing is known of Sarpedia's history after the fall of the empires. Some after Ikatia.
Oh, sometime. Yeah, I can correct you too.
I'm just saying religion and region are very different. What did I say?
You said some after.
Oh no, you could never figure out what I meant. Sometime after Ikatia toppled, the goblins were destroyed by the thralls and the orcs took to hiding in caves. The thralls learned to evolve themselves. That's frightening. I don't like these things. They created variants adept at hunting in the caves. That's horrifying. Can you imagine if like if the robots took over and then they started making robots and they're like, well, this is our hunting people robot and that's
going to happen.
Right, that's kind of what I'm saying.
That's why I always say thank you to Google when I ask it to turn the lights on.
That's what I do. You don't do that. You're taking my thing.
No, I've always done that. I'm always nice to my AIs.
I always say please. I always say please, and then I say thank you.
I always tell ChatGPT, hey, thanks, man.
I do that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like show me cat in spaghetti. Thank you. And then it's like, yeah.
Thank you. This is what I needed.
Thank you. I needed this today. Okay.
The thralls would continue to evolve over the centuries, becoming more and more powerful.
We didn't even say that like these variants, they hunted down all the orcs in the caves, that's what I was getting at with AI is it's going to take over. It's going to hunt people in caves. It's going to be a real threat.
Yeah, you get
something about Terminator I've never seen. You get it.
So luckily they lacked the imagination to realize that there was anything in the world beyond Sarpedia and remained content with their solitary existence. The thalids continue to flourish as well, but never advance beyond shambling brutes. What do the thalids look like?
Looks like a shambling brute to me. Kind of looks like a...
Oh, those are sick. I love the thalids. Yeah, like Slamfoot. Yeah.
Yeah. I know what's going on.
You don't know who Slamfoot is yet, but you're going to love Slamfoot.
Okay.
You're going to love that little
They
guy.
kind of look like roots of a tree that are walking.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah. Just for people listening, that's kind of what they look like in the first picture.
Yeah, Slamfoot is a thalid which grew out of a small spore attached to the hull of the reconstructed skyship Weatherlight. Became an unofficial member of the crew. We should all be so lucky.
That's interesting. We should all be so lucky.
Yes.
To be a little amoeba on a spaceship hull.
Yeah. So our main character of our story was Rio Dai. And the plot is Rio Dai was being paid big money, elf money, to stir up trouble.
Is elf money big?
It just
makes me think.
It just sounds racist.
Oh, I was thinking that was paid big money, elf money. Like I just is it are the coins big or like what's the difference between elf money? Is that like British money to us Canadians? It's like double the price of our
old
coin.
Money. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It doesn't strike me well.
That's fair.
Yeah. To stir up trouble for the Acacian goblin border. And the Havenwood elves were getting their money's worth. Dragon eggs are ideal weapons in the hands of someone like Riod, who knows just what to do with them.
But the problem with dragon eggs is they hatch dragons. Womp womp.
Okay. Are you happy with that?
Yep. Yeah, I am.
Yeah. But when the elves abruptly canceled his contract, Riod found himself low on funds and lower on options. He set off on to Havenwood in a desperate attempt to reason with the elves because he couldn't very well reason with dragon eggs. And those eggs have to be used soon, or else they turn into dragon eggs, yes.
Don't turn into dragon eggs.
The Havenwood, I know that Havenwood's a bunch of card stuff. It
That's
was
kind of nice.
Wow.
That looks like a nice little treehouse.
Yeah. Was a force south of the Sarpadian Mountains and north of the town of Manifold of the continent, Sarpadia and Dominaria, that was home to Tev Longglade and the Sarpadian elves, including Lauren, Morgan, who bred fungal creatures known as thalids. The crown of the Elven Empire was within the High Trunk Chamber. Thelon was another famous inhabitant.
So how are they breeding these root tree people?
I don't know. They're kind of like little mushroom things, so
okay.
Probably like that.
Okay, because I'm wondering because of the, oh gosh, why is it the thalids and what's the other one?
The thralls.
Those words are too close. Because like one of them is like goo or whatever. So I was just wondering what the roots.
Yeah. So it looks like Rio Dai was a mercenary from Acacia on Dominaria, born Robin Davies, and initially was an Acacian soldier. Changed his name when he joined the Order of the Even Hand. He was the facilitator in the fall of the Sarpadian empires. Pretty sure the Order of the Even Hand's evil. Religious sect touched by Torok the Dark One.
Oh, you think they're evil because they were touched by the Dark One?
Torok the Dark One. The Order of the Even Hand worshipped the Ebon Praetor and later Torok himself, who was defied after his death.
You're not reading the quote above.
We're no longer nature's children, but her masters.
They don't sound like they're little buddies.
The Order was one of the few places in Arcadia that welcomed humans and non-humans in the same place.
Oh.
Progressive, right?
Okay.
The Order of Even Hand was at war with Acacia, specifically the Order of Lightbur.
Oh, just cults fighting or what?
Yeah, so it sounds like they were not too chill. And Rio Dai sounds like Rio Dai was not chill as well. And this seems like the main character of our book. All right. Take us away, please.
Okay. So, the wizard mercenary Rio Dai meets an emissary of the Havenwood elves in the Crimson Peaks to discuss the renewal of his contract. So who stopped the contract? The elves?
The elves, yeah, they didn't want to pay. No more pay.
We have enough dragons. So many mouths to feed. So many sacrifices to give. He has been paid by the elves, Rio Dai, to stir up trouble between the kingdom of Acacia and the orcs and goblins. Oh, so they're just like paying him to be their little...
Yeah, he's causing discord.
Yeah. I want to say a word, but I don't think it involves a swear, so I don't think I can say it. Crap disturber. There we go. Anyway, to distract the Acacian government from the trade between the elves and the Even Hand, sworn enemy of Acacia. However, the contract is cut abruptly. Now Rio needs time and funds to stop the huge army of orcs and goblins he's created from becoming a real threat. Oh, so he...
Yeah, he's just amassing like evil armies, essentially.
Okay, so he is being paid by the elves, and then he's paying the orcs and goblins to cause
No,
trouble?
I think he's just like rattling them up.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, yes. Earlier, 3 dwarven women, Malelki.
Malachi?
Melilkai? There's two
Melilki,
L's
yeah.
in there, yeah. Melilki and her daughters Tamun and Sakina, they provided Riod with several dragon eggs that can be used as explosives. What? Okay, I'm understanding. I think he's not wanting to have them hatch.
He doesn't want them to become dragons. He wants to suicide bomb with them.
Yeah, apparently.
Because that's the next line.
So he decides to use the eggs in a desperate gambit to convince the elves to give him time and money. All right. However, Melilki isn't satisfied with the price of her dragon eggs and decides to bring them to the peak where she found them. That night, a dragon hatches prematurely and starts destroying the dwarves' hut. Whoops. Rio Dai can save them by causing the dragon... What? Why? Rio Dai can save them by causing the dragon whelp, the dragon baby, little guy, to explode. He then tries to use a simple seduction... What?
You know what? This guy's all over the place.
He then tries to use a simple seduction spell against Tamun, which is Melilki's daughter, to convince her to give him the remaining eggs.
Me casting the spell. Hey, baby, you want to give me some eggs? I cast eggs, please.
The rest of it, sorry, I'm not listening to you. I'm reading the rest of it. Okay. Tries to give a little seduction spell, as we all do. But the dwarf... Why did they word it like this?
I'm also reading it, but the dwarf is in heat. Nice.
Gross.
Like a cat meow. You gotta rub its lower back, the dwarf back.
It's horrible. I hate this.
But the dwarf is in heat and the spell backfires, causing the two to fall in love. Tale as old as time.
Just use a simple seduction spell.
A man and a dwarf in love, that's us.
That's us, yep.
Yeah.
I'm the man, you're the dwarf.
Since the dwarves lost their house, they decide to accompany Rio Dai on his journey to Havenwood with a cart full of dragon eggs.
Wouldn't Melilki be like, you just seduced my daughter, and now you're both head over heels for each other? I wouldn't be very happy.
Yeah.
As a dwarf mom, you wanted the eggs back and you couldn't get them, so you decided to seduce my daughter.
And now my dwarf daughter's in heat?
No, it sounds like she already was.
I don't know.
I don't think there was any stopping that.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know much about dwarves, apparently.
I don't know much about... I don't know. Yeah.
The birds and the beards.
That's funny. I do like that.
Thank
you.
you.
A silly one.
Because they're dragons, and then dwarves have beards, even the women. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Jokes are great when you have to explain them.
You made it make less sense. I understood the dwarves having beards.
I don't think you did.
The birds are dragons. You lost me. You lost me.
We established at the very beginning of this. I don't know much about birds.
That is true.
And
did you know that dragons also lay
You
eggs?
did tell me that birds are reptiles.
They are reptiles.
Therefore, dragons are birds.
Yes, I was going to say that before too. They're the good halfway point. It's a reptile, basically like a lizard. It's a bird. It's got wings.
Okay, let's all
There's
come
some
together.
feathered dragons.
On the road, they pass Calidus, a dwarven town that has been destroyed by the orc goblin army, and find out that the army is now marching against the dwarven city of Tidmar. Later, they encounter an Acacian patrol, whom Tamon and Riod are forced to kill. I mean, that's fair. Sometimes you gotta do it to them. It's revealed that Riod was an Acacian soldier, born Robin Davis.
Sorry. All of these names are ridiculous. And then he's like, my born name was Robin Davis. We've had so many out of the blue names, and he's like, yes, my last name Davis? The most normal name you could ever say. Anyway, sorry.
Oh, my name's Jonathan.
Yes, exactly.
My
name is Sam. Oh, I was going to say Sam Smith, and I was like, oh, wait, that's a singer. My name is Matt Smith.
Go on. Let's watch the wheels turn.
The wheels are stopped. They are rusted.
So, born Robin Davis, who, disillusioned by the oppressive and fanatical government of Acacia, defected to the Ebon Hand, involuntarily causing the death of the soldiers who followed him. He seems like not a good guy. Magic doesn't have very many good characters, to be honest.
Is there good characters that have had bad pasts? Because I can understand rooting for a character who's kind of an underdog.
Sometimes.
But it sounds like all these people just kind of suck. It seems like they do a lot of murder. It's not like, oh, I'm kind of homeless or my parents are dead. It's just like, oh, I had to kill a whole patrol because they were in my way.
The same with Garth, the hero of the first book and stuff. Garth did cause a genocide in the city,
right,
sure.
Yeah.
And then he was a deadbeat dad traveling, not giving his magic up. Garth's a real character.
Yeah. And he doesn't even have one eye.
He's a real trickster. Yeah, he has both eyes. Still crazy. Still a crazy magic fact.
I think that's the biggest problem is he's lying this whole time. Everyone's like, oh, you'll meet Garth one eye.
The genocide's one thing, but you won't stand for him lying about the number of eyes he has.
I won't stand for him giving himself a nickname that's wrong. People are like, you're going to meet Garth one eye. And they're like, oh, okay. Looking for an eye patch. And then this guy walks up and he's got 2 eyes. They're like, this guy's catfishing me. He's catfished us all.
Why do they call you that? You already know.
Why? What does that mean?
Exactly. When the group reaches Haven.
Sorry, because I said catfish. I have a joke for you. Okay. I was what
Go on.
I need to put you in suspense. What do you call a fish with no eyes?
What?
A fish.
Okay.
There you
I'm
go.
gonna end the episode there.
Yep.
Oh, that's a bad joke.
Ba, 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 ba. I'm doing our ending music.
When the group reaches Havenwood, Rio Dai tries to blow up the Thalid farm of the elves.
Why?
He's just Rio Dai just sounds like a terrorist. He sounds like he's trying to
kill their food supply.
Not only is he like dragons are pretty extinct in most fantasy settings, so he's
he's using them as bombs.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I found a few.
Yeah.
Why continue on the species?
Extinct species, and he's just doing like terrorist extortion plots to try and get money out of the elves.
Yeah.
In fairness, the elves were trying to like secret coup fund him. I don't know. It's all
true.
a lot.
It's true.
The elves have been breeding new sources of food using the dark secrets provided to them by the Eben Hand. However, the farm is protected against magic, and the 2 dragon eggs hatch without explosion, leaving Riod with 2 dragon whelps.
I don't know what whelp is.
Just a small dragon.
Just a little guy?
I'll show you a dragon whelp here. Hang on.
Yeah, show me. I must know. Whelp, there they are.
You know what? That's pretty good.
Thank you.
I'll give you that one. I wish you'd planned it and baited me into it, but it was pretty good.
Thank you.
That's a good one. I respect that.
Thanks.
Take it away, please.
So there is 2 baby dragons now. This leaves Riod with the only option to go directly to the elves' fortress to reason with them. I don't know how much he's reasoning when he's got 2 untamed dragons with him.
I roll up with some dragons, and I still have a bunch of dragon egg bombs.
Yeah.
What's
are
up?
we going to reason with this or what?
Hey, pay me.
Yeah. We could do this the easy way or the hard way. And the hard way involves my little baby dragon guys and me probably throwing them and then they explode. Okay, so that night, however, Sakina, who is Sakina?
One of the other dwarves. There's
she's the other daughter. Okay,
yeah, the not in heat one.
The not in love and weirdly seduced one. How do you think she feels about her sister? She's like, oh, that could have been me.
I don't think so if you read on.
Oh, okay. That night, however, Sakina, who has a strong connection with the dragons, is sick of seeing dragon eggs explode. That is fair. I feel like in this story, I would be her. A little dragon guy could have little buddies. Stop exploding my friends. And, okay, intending to fight at Tidmar, decides to leave the group, much to the dismay of Melelki, her mom. And then Riod, Melelki, and Tamun reach the fortress and bury the eggs. Oh,
they're just planting bombs, yep.
They bury the eggs all around the buildings. Wow, that's messed up. Before being spotted and captured by the elves, Riod manages to convince the elves to let the dwarves go and accompany them to Tidmar, where he is brought before the elves' elders, the elvders, if you will. Thank you. Which declare that they don't have any more need of his work. Riod is put in prison, from which he manages to escape with the help of an unsuspecting elven child. So he just uses people. He's like, hey, elven child, I bet you can't open this door. And the kid's like, watch me. And then he's like, okay, neat.
Just base this child in.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Riod's put in prison, from which he manages to escape with the help of an unsuspecting elf child, not before blowing up the buried eggs, causing a great fire.
This guy sucks. This guy's just, there's nothing good about him. Garth was an orphan or something. And this guy's just a dick.
Yeah, he seems...
Robin Davis.
Yeah, Robin Davis seems kind of like a jerk.
Knock it off.
Why did you change your name? That just sounded cooler. He's wanted for war crimes all over.
This guy's name is Rio Dai.
Yeah.
Dai is his last name. Sure, it's spelled different, but still, I think he's telling you his intentions.
It's meant to be.
Yeah, basically.
Take it away, please. At Tidmar.
Okay, yeah. So meanwhile, Sakina, our lovely lady who understands that she doesn't want to murder little dragons, she and her 2 little dragon whelps, they've reached the Crimson Peaks and they find a great dragon. The dragon is tamed.
First off, kind of really mean to just find a dragon and just be like, wow, this dragon's great. It's like, we're with you. We're
The little
cruising with you.
babies, they're just, they've only been live for a couple of days.
Wow,
Yeah.
this dragon is great.
This one, so much better than both.
Awesome dragon. Best dragon I've ever seen, possibly.
It's like that one thing you showed me yesterday with that poor lady with her good bagels.
Good bagels, yeah.
That's so horrible.
Good bagels and great bagels. That's hilarious.
She has like a store that she's had for like 10 years called Good Bagels, and this guy moved in like the next door and named his store Great Bagels.
I was going to name it Better Than Good Bagels.
That's horrible. And okay, the only reason it'd be funny is like if it was like a spaghetti shop or like a card store, like something that's not bagels, because that's like such crazy competition.
Direct competitor.
No, literally directly beside you competitor.
What kind of landlord lets someone do that?
That's yeah. How do you think that's gonna work?
Hey, yeah, I'd like to lease
I
this
would like
building
to also
for what?
have a bagel store right next to the bagel store.
In Canada, we have Safeway. I lease Saferway.
That's really funny. This guy tells the landlord what he wants to call his business, and the landlord's just like, "Who hurt you? Like, what did she do to you?" Okay.
Our landlord's Robin Davis. I'm signing as Robin with a Y Davis. He's like, you have to stop.
Yeah, Davis, and it's Dayvis.
Yeah, Davice. Yeah.
Oh man. Okay, so the great dragon is found. The great dragon is tamed by Sakina's smell.
Don't talk like that. Talk like a normal person.
It's such a weird line. I don't want to say it. The dragon is tamed by Sakina's smell. What'd she smell like?
Good smelling dwarf, I guess.
Fish.
That's ignorant. I got the camera right up on you for that joke. Good for you. You're crying that you're laughing so hard. You just really like that one.
I wasn't gonna say it, but I was like, I must. I felt it in my soul. Anyway, Sakina's got a lovely flower scent or something as a little dwarf. I don't think I have a Kleenex. It's the one time I don't to wipe my eyes. Invites her and the little babies to live in his cavern. Wait, what is this relationship? I thought it was a female dragon. Anyway.
At Tidmar, Malachi and Tamun start working in a forge, just as Riod arrives in town. It's revealed how he intended to create an army for Acacia so that the Acacians would have been united against a common enemy and not fall to kinslaying. To accomplish this, he intended to hinder the efficiency of the orc goblin army in order not to create a real threat. However, in his absence, the orcs and goblins had seemingly found an easier enemy to kill, the dwarves.
Yeah, the little short guys.
I mean, in fairness, though, these dwarves are starting to chill with dragons. Probably don't want that fight anymore.
That's fair, but it's only like one.
Well, it's not.
I don't really know what's going on.
Right now, it's 2 and a great dragon.
Yeah, no, I'm saying one.
And a great smelling dwarf.
Yeah. Oh, she smells so good.
Take us away, please.
Riod is unable to find Tamun amidst the 1,000 dwarves and Acacian soldiers in town. That is a lot. I was like, who's Tamun? The seduced dwarf. Among the latter, Rode finds Eliza. His longtime friend, now a Feralite.
Let me see what a Feralite is. Breakaway religious sect in Sarpedia. Oh, looks pretty baller.
Yeah,
to be honest.
Look at that stance. That's a power stance.
That is.
You gotta spread your legs as far apart as possible, that shows.
That is
power.
That shows dominance, absolute dominance in fighting. The farthest basically tried to do a split.
Yeah.
Although the soldier is standing on a pile of skulls, so
yeah, but they're bones. It takes a while for those to decompose. You think they did that? How long have they been standing
Not
here?
into that power stance.
That's fair.
Those things burn to dust. I spread my thighs open like that, and it evaporates everyone in front of me.
It's like a Thanos snap when you open those bad boys.
It's funny. The snap is the seam in my jeans.
Sorry, little one.
Did you hear what I said?
No.
I said the snap is the seam in my jeans.
That's good. I like that.
Yeah. The Feralites was a breakaway religious sect in Sarpedia founded by Oliver Farrell.
Who are these people?
Yeah. Why
do they have the most normal names all of a sudden?
While found throughout Acacia, they were concentrated in the city of Montfort, far more zealous in their actions than the Order of Lightburn. Many Acacians were wary of the cult. While Feralites still claimed to stand for righteous purity and the hand of justice, they were quick to label others impure and become brutal vigilantes. And then, the hand of justice will come to cleanse the world if we are true. Oliver Farrell.
Okay, come on. That's like the worst kind of like, no, go back to that. That's the worst kind of like saying you could have for your cult or whatever. Can you go back up to it? The hand of justice will come to cleanse the world if it's true. Like if it exists, it will.
True.
Yeah, that's it. It just sounds funny. I don't feel like they should be saying yeah, if we're right, this will happen.
Wow, it seems like a lot goes on in this part here, in the Oliver Farrell part. I don't know if this is another book.
I don't know.
Well, we'll figure it out.
Touched my glasses to the mic. Whoops.
Where were we at?
Eliza is a Feralite. Riod and Eliza are ambushed by an ebon hand wizard, which tells Riod that the hand is pleased by the damage he caused to the elves. Great. Okay. Yeah. I'd be like, your hand? What are you talking about? No, the hand. Anyway, it's revealed that Riod Dai magic has caused Thalids to gain set. Oh, this guy's a problem. Why is he such a problem, though?
His magic just seems like he's exploding bombs.
Yeah, what suddenly he has caused Thalids to gain sentience, and now they're rebelling against the elves.
He has the same magic that I have when I put tinfoil in the microwave.
What does this mean?
I cast a spell.
Whoa! The microwave explodes. I did it, and now it has sentience.
I conjure smoke. Please stop doing this, Daniel.
Yeah, please stop. This is our third microwave this month. I don't have microwave money like this.
I'm a powerful wizard. You don't have elf money?
I don't got this big elf money.
True. Where were we, Kay?
That line.
The hand wants Riod to create goblin eggs, goblin grenades. Nice. Which is a card in Magic.
Okay, how is this a goblin egg? The picture is a goblin with three dynamite in its mouth.
He wants them to create goblin eggs.
Oh, it's in quotes.
But goblin grenades.
Goblin eggs. No, they're
For them.
That's
it's
horrible.
also revealed that he caused the volcano near Tidmar to erupt to kill the dwarves for selling weapons to Acacia.
These people all suck. What do the dwarves do to them? They're racist against dwarves. This is
If this is the good guy in the book who the book is following, who's the bad guy?
Seriously. This is like a plot twist book where they turn around, they're like, surprise, you were reading from the villain's angle the whole time.
Right. While the volcano erupts, the wizard teleports Riod and Eliza to the Aktep Keep, the stronghold.
Oh, he just made the volcano explode.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, sorry.
Yeah. So the stronghold of the Even Hand. Near Tidmar, Malachi and Tamun have stumbled upon a goblin's warren that are fleeing the goblins, just when Sekina, all armed by the eruption, arrives with her dragons, saving her family.
Oh, it's her dragon now.
Yeah, true.
Where's her other two with her dragon?
There
was three.
When they finally return to Tidmar, they find the city buried under lava and start helping out survivors. Okay, so it sounds like at least they're good people, the dwarves.
Yeah, the dwarves haven't done anything wrong, it seems like.
Also, it's weird that the Feralite and the Eben Hand person are chilling together because they seem like they're in different cults.
It says the Feralites became like vigilantes, right? If you go back to that one.
But they were part of a different cult, not the Order of Late. So Oliver Farrell was originally a Acacian priest who broke away from the Order of Latebear when he found them too complacent towards the Order of the Even Hand. So it's weird that they would chill together unless she thinks that she's going to vengeance them.
Fair. Okay. Interesting. There's some stuff that I'm confused about in this book, but for the most part, I will say this actually has cards and this actually seems more magic-like.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
The Thalids gaining sentience from being bombed is kind of an interesting mechanic because
I didn't think they were bombed. Is that his magic? His magic is bombs?
No, that's what he was doing. If you look.
Yeah, no, but it said because of his magic.
Yeah, I know, but look, this is what it does. When the group reaches Havenwood, Riod tries to blow up the Thalid farm of the elves.
Right.
The elves have been breeding new sources of food. However, the farm's protected against magic, and the two dragon eggs hatch. So I think him trying to bomb them caused them to.
Oh, okay. So maybe something with chucking the dragon eggs and them not exploding or whatever.
Well, and the pulse of the barrier there or something.
Yeah.
Woke these mushroom people up. Mushrooms. Yes. At Active Keep, Riod is brought before Genker, his teacher, when he was an acolyte, who tries to convince Riod to reveal the secret of goblin eggs.
You'll never guess. You take a goblin, you put some dynamite in his mouth.
Shablam.
Yeah, you chuck him.
When Riod refuses, he and Eliza are locked up in a cell by the Thralls. All right?
I'm assuming that Thelma, whatever her name is not happy about that.
Eliza?
No, the other girl lady.
Oh,
the lady who's in love with him.
Tammin, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So
they have a long talk with the Thralls. With the Thralls, okay. What the heck? Okay, they're locked up in a cell by the Thralls. They have a long talk inciting them to rebel against their creators. This guy sucks. He's trying to just genocide everyone. He's like, they'll just keep me alive. Yeah, seriously. His speech is like a 12
This guy
at this
is
point.
convincing.
The charisma check
Yeah.
can't be lost.
True.
You see him rolling dice. He gets a 1. He's like, oh.
When he's brought into the torture room, he understands that his gambit has failed. Okay.
Yeah, there you go. I was right with my little.
Yeah, he did roll that 1.
Genker announces that the council wants Rio die dead. We want die dead. For his betrayal, and starts torturing him to find out information on goblin eggs. What? How do you make them? I wasn't kidding when I said. Yeah, I wasn't kidding. You take a goblin, put some dynamite in his mouth, chuck him.
Yeah.
Boom.
This is the goblin
Boom.
trebuchet. And how does it function? You're not going to believe this.
Yeah, you're not. You will never guess.
The secret is ice. What?
What are you talking about? Meanwhile, Eliza finds that some thralls have been convinced by Riod's words. Yikes. She storms the torture room, saving Riod, and the thralls kill the members of the Even Hand. Gosh. And Riod promises them to return and aid them in their revolt before riding towards Tidmar with Eliza. Hey, I understand I've just given you guys sentience or whatever. I've told you
not the thralls.
I've
The
told you
thralls
to
were
rebel.
sentient.
I told you to rebel against your creators. Hope that goes well for you. I'll be back.
I'm
going
to
be
back. Thank you for stopping me from being tortured.
Yeah. I appreciate it.
You guys do you.
Good luck.
I'm going to just bounce.
I'm just gonna.
I
got places to be.
I got a few things to do.
Yeah.
So if it's not a lot,
If you could just do this like revolution by yourself, that would be nice.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I'll check in on you. But
when they reach the Acacian lands, Eliza leaves Riod, telling him that she will. All right, telling that she will the Acacian probably get the Acacian leaders of Riod's actions.
probably tell the Acacian leaders
There
of
we
his
go,
actions.
Hoping that he'll be pardoned.
Well, how does she think that? Oh, I'll let them know of what you've done, and that'll be good.
Hey, he just helped us out and stuff. It's like, you mean the guy that just exploded that volcano and genocided that dwarf town?
You mean the guy that's been selling dragon eggs to the elves, and then when they stopped giving him money, he started bombing all of their stuff and tried to destroy their like way of living with their farm, and then also he brought sentience to the plants, and then also he caused a revolution, and then also I think that's it.
You mean the guy that was burying dragon eggs to use as landmines? You mean the guy that they actually kidnapped to find out what they meant by goblin grenades?
You mean the guy that actually genocided like thousands of baby dragons just for money?
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy.
He's a pretty weird guy.
No, he's cool. Pardon him, please.
Yeah.
He goes up to them. He doesn't understand what a pardon is. He's like, pardon me.
Yeah, if you just scooch by here.
Yeah.
When Riod reaches the destroyed Tidmar, he fears that Malachi and Temun are dead, until a dwarf tells him that survivors, helped by a dragon, have fled to Gurn Keep.
That dragon hates him. There's no way he can be around this dragon.
Yeah.
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 All right.
Yeah. That's all I had to say on that. He's like, you're also stinky. So, bleh.
Please take it away.
Riod has hope that Temun has survived. Okay, are they actually in love? I think it said they were in love, but I was just assuming it was on her end, honestly.
Two sides to every coin, right?
Sure, yeah. So he has hope that Temun has survived and rises towards Gurn Keep. When he arrives, he sees that the keep is surrounded by the orc goblins' army. He reaches the keep gates thanks to his influence among the orcs. How do they like him? I guess they don't hate him because he was just riling them up. Yeah. He's brought before Hammond, the dwarf elder. Riod agrees to help the dwarves with the resistance, all the while searching for Temun. When he sees a band of goblins who have breached Gurnkeep defenses surrounding Temun, he orders them to stop. This causes suspicion. The dwarves think Riod is a spy, and they lock him up in prison. Man, this guy can't catch a break, but at the same time, does he deserve one?
Free my boy.
No.
He did nothing wrong.
He did a lot wrong. Without Riod directing them, the dwarves are unable to put up a working resistance, and the keep is invaded by the goblins. Sorry, I dropped my fidget toy. Whoops. Oh, sorry. Riod escapes his prison and brings Melelki and Temun to the wall of the keep. Fortunately, Sakina has brought her dragon to the keep and carries the three away. Safe on the Dragon Peak, Temun tells Riod that even if he caused much suffering to Sarpedia and the dwarves... What? Oh, okay, sorry, I thought this was Sakina. Temun tells Riod that even though he caused suffering to Sarpedia and the dwarves, she still wants to marry him. Oh, wow.
Powerful spell.
Yeah, seriously. This girl needs to get her priorities in check here. Riod permits himself to be at peace for a moment, even if his promise to the thralls is already calling him away. Is there a second book to this?
I don't know.
Because that would be a very okay. Followed by
No, that's just the next book in the story here.
Who's it written by?
Nope. Yep.
What the heck?
That's just apparently where the book ends.
What the heck? I like that the name of the book kind of ties into the end. He gives himself peace for a moment, and peace shall sleep is what the book is called. I think that's nice, but
true.
Yeah.
I like that at the bottom one of the reference is that Save Squirrel, the
That
multiverse
is so
review.
funny. Let's go.
So let's see what they have to say here.
Hey, there's quite a few cards actually in here.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, like I'm seeing just a few pictures, and it's like, oh, that's fun.
Let's see a little bit if we've got some spots of it here. So only with the timely arrival of the dragon's youngest dwarf befriended do they escape. So again, they kind of fly away. I guess not really a happy ending though.
Do you read what the next piece says?
No.
Is there a happy ending, at least for our main characters? Well, no, since Ryota is already thinking about leaving them to make good on his promise of helping the thralls.
So he already wants to peace out. But again, maybe that's like the first good thing he did in the book was he wants to go help out the people he incited to the third rebellion in the book?
Yeah, fair. I'm surprised that dragon didn't just like drop him in the volcano fire, honestly.
I do like the initial thoughts in the review.
Yeah.
Which is how I was going to feel before I even start reading it and stuff. It's the first thing that sounds like a magic book.
Can we also say that there was like actually more than 2 paragraphs?
Well,
for the first time in a while.
Well, the thing too that I really like about this one, like I said, is that it references magic cards, magic creatures, like a magic continent kind of thing, right?
Yeah. As someone who doesn't play Magic, it gave me more pictures to like understand what they're like talking about, which I'm like,
an actual reference,
yay.
right?
Yeah, exactly.
And again, like seeing like goblin grenades are like similar.
That was funny.
Yeah, right. Like it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Right. Where is some of the? Yeah, you read some of the review, please.
Well, this reviewer is just wrong. He liked Prodigal Sorcerer.
Yeah, Prodigal Sorcerer was pretty terrible.
And Ashes of the Sun.
What
are you doing? No, kidding.
Pretty terrible books, yeah.
There's a lot of casual xenophobia between elves, dwarves, and humans. Yeah, that just kind of seems to be the thing. And there are plenty of hints of cooling climate foreshadowing the coming ice age. In other words...
First off, let me pause there.
Oh.
That's a terrible take because that's not what causes the ice age.
A volcano?
No, it's not climate change that causes the ice age. I'm going to spoil that for everyone right now. We're going to be getting to that shortly, but I'll tell you right now, the ice age isn't just it's a climate change thing. And this isn't some climate denial stuff. There's a real big event that brings that about. We'll leave it there for now.
Ice wall. Someone just keep spamming the same spells.
Yeah.
A big Yeti guy just goes, and then there's ice. That card is really freaky.
Yeah, the Thrall on Terror.
Yeah, I actually think I hate this card. That thing. If I saw that as a paralysis demon, I would cry.
Read this part. This is fun. One second. Sorry, I have to read this part. The prologue and the final chapter suggests Sonia, Oren, Lyris actually wanted to leave this ambiguous. The book ends with the dwarves discussing whether Ryota was actually responsible or if the tensions between the nations forced his hand.
No, he kind of was responsible for a lot.
I think he was responsible. In the prologue, there's quotes from the dominaria historians talking about how one person can't have the power to change history.
Sure sounds like he did.
I don't agree with that, though. I think one person can. I think one person's changed it lots.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like you hear, well, those are the people in your history books, right?
Yeah. One of them even suggests that thanks to their xenophobia and inner troubles, the Empire would have fallen without the Ice Age. I do think there's some merit to the idea. I wouldn't have, this is me reading the reviewer's thing. Just so, these aren't my thoughts.
Just so Daniel going, no, that's not how it happened, and being like, oh, that is how it happened,
I'm not having a schizophrenic talk with myself. And the possibility of a person changing it. But in the story proper, Oren overplays her hand. Ryota is so obviously to blame for everything. All questions raised are moot. No Ryota means no Thalids, no Orcs, Gobbo invasion, no Thrall rebellion. Perhaps we should have sent Sark. That's what. Okay, yeah. So there's like a time travel arc, which I know you hate.
I hate a time travel arc. It ruins every show for me if as soon as it's in there, unless it's supposed to be in there. Back to the Future. It's not my favorite kind of movie, but it's telling you exactly what it's happening. We are going to the future and back, and then they went to the past, and then
Yeah.
They didn't even go.
You don't want a surprise.
They didn't even go to the future in the first movie.
You don't like when they retcon a story, try to get around it with.
It's the whole thing of like if like a season of a show and then at the very end they're like it was a dream. It's like that's so stupid. Like okay, so none of it mattered. That's what I feel like with time travel. I hate time travel. I could really get into it. I don't think it makes sense, but I could also just be stupid and not understand how it works. But I don't like it.
This is the part I wanted you to read the review of because I enjoyed this one. I'd have a quick.
Okay, so another part of the story that's a bit disconcerting. Oh, I wonder what was the part that was so weird. I wonder if it could be the part that I was so weirded out at.
The dwarves in heat? Yeah.
Yeah, the seduction spell / heat stuff that makes Rio die and Tamoon fall in love. What other books has this Sonia Oren lady written? Is she a fan of 50 Shades of Grey? Is she?
List of storyline authors. Where is... I'm seeing if they have any other books. I was going to say keep reading, but I'm on the screen.
You could also just hit Control F.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
You could also let me live my life.
Okay. All right.
Wow, I'm not
My
finding
bad.
this. I'm not finding this at all. I will Control F.
But
only because I want to.
Sorry, what did you do there? Did you hit Control F?
And peace shall sleep, the going price. Yeah, so just short stories.
Oh, two. There's another anthology book? Dope.
Yeah.
We have to finish the other one, but... Okay.
That's kind of odd that because this at least seems like a book that should have had a conclusion and maybe a redemption arc for.
Yeah, but it sounds like she wanted to leave it kind of like ambiguous to be like, what do you think, reader? Do you think he was evil or do you think that he did good things?
Yeah.
Obviously, all of it was horrible. But yeah, so the weird part obviously is the falling in love and the seduction spells and heat. The reviewer says, I'd almost suggest not thinking about it as you come to realize it's actually quite creepy if you do. Yeah, you don't even need to think about it. It's just immediately you read it and it's like, well, that is weird. Rather like stories involving telepaths, we should just thank our lucky stars. Powers like this don't exist in real life. That's fair. This is an expanded version of the Tapestries anthology. So, yeah.
Yeah. The story only contained the part where Rio tries to bargain with the dwarves and falls in love in the process. It's repurposed in its entirety as a chapter 2 of this novel.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, I find the whole seduction thing bothers me less in the short story since it doesn't have to deal with the ramifications. But in the book, we have another 12 chapters to go of Rio pining after Tamoon, making you think about the implications of their spell every time he brings it up.
He keeps bringing it up. Remember that one time I seduced you with a spell?
Well, no. I think, I don't think it was like a one-sided thing. I think
I think they were both in love. I think that's what it said, but it just seems weird.
Yeah, and then they say, final thing they want to talk about is Rio's character. Real nasty piece of work. We learned that during his Eben Hand days, he used to be a torturer.
Whoa!
He plans to force the elves to resume their payments, blowing up their food supply. And then there's his speech that he gives the thralls while fighting for rebellion. Cut away any who defy you, even brothers. Call them traitors. See to it that they are among the first of you to die.
But what do you think, readers? Do you think he was right in what he did?
Yeah. Generally, when I hear people who talk and act like that, they're wearing balaclavas and decapitating people. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying. He was a terrorist. Yeah. This whole story, this guy's been a bad guy.
Those people put him in the torture chamber to be like, this is what you'll get back. Like, you used to work for us. We're going to put you and you're going to experience what you did to other people. Yeah. And then it's like, oh, maybe the thralls should, like, kill their brothers and also you. And, oh, my gosh, that's wild.
Yeah, and so they go a little bit more into the in-depths of it. So it's very something very interesting about his character, though, in that he is very conflicted. This whole mess started because he was trying to improve the world. He's very much willing to sacrifice a few to save the many. He's just not good at that saving the many part. At the same time, he's very much out to save his own hide. He ends up in situations in which he has to harm others to survive. I mean, no one was making him plant dragon egg bombs.
No one was making him blow up people's food supply.
Maybe he could have just chilled out in one of those jail cells a little longer and self-reflected.
Yeah.
You know?
What could I do to improve my life?
Yeah, right?
If he improved his life, wouldn't he improve the world? Like, it seems like he's trying to improve the world, but he's going about it the wrong way and killing
You know
many.
what, though? What a great piece of advice. Just improve your own life so you can improve the world that way.
As we said in, like, the second episode, this is also a self-help podcast.
Yeah, self-help with Kailyn.
Yeah.
Only later does he feel guilt, which leads to make him excuses about needing to stay alive to do the right thing. In other words, he's a white-black character, color pie-wise, but not the ones we're used to seeing. Where the Orzhov, for example, are characters that have found common ground between the white and black philosophies. In Rio, those philosophies are at war with each other, and in fact, he can't solve the tension with him, the tension it causes him, and in the long run, Sarpedia, no small amount of grief. Yeah.
Interesting. I just saw a piece in here that I thought was interesting. So the name of the book, And Peace and Peace, I can't say this. Apparently it's a tongue twister for me, but And Peace
And peace shall sleep.
Thank you.
I'll take it away for you. No worries.
Thank you. It's from Shakespeare, and then apparently in the books there is also "Oh, to be a dragon," which is actually also a line in Shakespeare, and it's the original flavor text of "Dragon Whelp," which is featured prominently in the story.
Yeah, they talk about Dragon Whelp a lot.
Yeah,
And the Great Dragon.
Whelp?
Dominaria has elder dragons, like pretty cool elder dragons.
That's dope.
Rith is hype.
It'd be so fun to see if
Rith
those like
is hype.
if they brought those dragons back and they're like, oh, these are the like dragon babies grown up into elder dragons from and peace shall sleep.
These ones are weak dragons. These are little.
Yeah, no, I said when they grow up into elder dragons.
No, they wouldn't be elder dragons. This is an elder dragon. Let me show you this thing.
Looks like Charizard. Okay. I'm not wrong. I was kind of doing a joke. It's got the exact same color scheme.
Rith is hype.
Rith has the same color. Charizard. It has the same color scheme.
Charizard is hype.
You can see, right? It's got the blue on the wings.
This is
Look up Charizard, please.
1 second. This is another of the elder dragons.
Oh, he's cool. He's got little armor on. Why does he need that? He's just already a big guy.
That's Palladium Moors.
I like him. He's a buddy.
Palladium Moors kind of not a buddy, if I can be totally honest with you.
But he's my buddy. I want to live in between his little armor plate.
Palladium Moors, fun enough.
Bed in there. Oh my gosh, that guy's kind of spooky.
Yeah,
that's cool though.
That's Nicobolus. Nicobolus is one of the main villains of Magic.
Ooh, that's a problem.
And Palladium Moors is the sister of Nicobolus. But yeah, let me show you the Nicobolus page. Let me just quickly.
Ooh, I saw time rifts. Is that talking about time travel? I don't know if people can hear you scrolling, but
no, but you can.
I can. I'm saying for people who can't hear.
No, that'll all get cut out.
He's still scrolling.
It's gonna sound like you're having a stroke and no one's talking to you.
It's a very big page.
Dogs. Where's the time travel part?
I saw like time rift or something. Ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's temporal rifts. The time rift stuff. It's kind of interesting. It doesn't really like change the timeline. It's kind of just like a rip it in things, and it doesn't retcon the story. It kind of makes it's interesting.
Okay, I'll take your word for it until we get there.
I think you'll like it.
Okay,
you'll get there. Yeah, that's it. That's basically the end of that story. I
still need you to look at Charizard. I need you to look up Charizard.
I'm not going to look up Charizard. I know what Charizard looks like.
Tell me that Rith and him look alike.
Yeah, they look similar.
Yes.
They don't.
They have the same colors.
Rith the Redeemer and Charizard the Can't Be Tamed. You don't have enough badges. Anyways, this book, like I said, out of all the Magic like lore themes so far, I've kind of liked this one the most because I
like this one.
It was actually magical.
Can I say that they also had there was two characters who had very normal people names, but there was names that were different but not so different. They were I couldn't say them and not so different. I was going to forget them because it was like someone mashed their head on a keyboard really quick. Yeah. It was nice different names. And it wasn't like you had 8 names like that one character. She had a lot of names.
Had a lot of names, yeah.
The last one, yeah. So I liked that.
Yeah, like I said, it was not a bad story.
I think this one was fun. I think it was crazy how the author could think that people would possibly like this guy in the end and be like, no, he was justified because of this.
Things are sometimes black and white. Not this.
Yeah, there's a gray area. Not this. This guy's bad.
That gray area was the ash from the volcano he exploded to kill the town.
The ash is the little I don't think I want to say this joke. The gray is the little dragon's bodies after they blew up in their eggs.
True. Yeah.
Yeah.
The goblin grenades. Yeah. The
and
remnants of
goblin
families.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. So I can't see this being the good guy in any way. It seems like an unredeemable story. It sounds to me, like I said, I think the characters were flushed out enough that it would have made an interesting second book.
Yeah.
Because like there's still the Thrall invasion and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So.
Well, yeah, I think it's kind of weird that it's left on a cliffhanger, but I do like that she tied like the Shakespeare in at the very end with him getting a moment of peace and stuff like that. I thought that was interesting, but yeah, weird that it's kind of just left on a cliffhanger. Do he and the girl that he seduced with a potion get married?
It was a spell.
That's kind of same diff. One's a liquid, one's a word.
No, I feel like potions and spells pretty different things.
Nah,
Anyone can mix a potion. Not anyone can cast spells.
that's what you think. Blah, 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 blah. My eyes roll back into my head. I start floating.
That's what I'm saying. That would be anyone can cast a spell. You not being able to cast a spell would prove my point better.
Dang it.
You lacking magical skills.
I mean, I didn't do anything.
I saw you floating.
Dang it.
Me with the webcam. Woo.
Yeah. Whoa.
Yeah, that's. I'll end us here. I would say. I really got to get outro music. And no, that doesn't mean I want you to sing outro music. I'll have a stroke right now. I'm tired. Thank you guys for listening. Like, share, subscribe. It really helps us out. It really, really does help us out. It helps people get noticed. Boosts us up in the charts is what I'm saying. Like where people will find us.
It helps us get noticed and also get boosted up.
Those are the words.
Boosted up in the charts. And also, peace shall sleep. I did it.
Yeah. Kailyn's the worst person, just so everyone knows.
Why?
Yeah, but anyways.
I'm the worst person?
The worst person.
Why would you end it off
you're
like
Rio
that?
die, and I end the episode there.
Why?
Because you interrupt so much. So much.
I was helping with your sentence.
Thank you. It was not good. Anyways, yes, thank you for getting through another episode and interruption set. Whew, it's a lot. Gotta fight her. Yeah, if you like it, like I said, share. Thank you for getting through it with us. Thanks for learning lore with us. We'll see you guys next week. That's it. That's it for now.
What the heck?
Yeah, that's it. Oh wait, 1 second. We're still on the live screen. You haven't given anyone a fun fact today. Interrupt with that quick.
Oh gosh, I've been put on the spot.
No pressure.
My very off the top of my head, giraffes have. Oh, I did learn. Okay, two fun facts. My giraffe fun fact is they have purple tongues. I'm sure people know this. That's why I was like, how fun of a fact is this? But I did learn yesterday that giraffes are 30 times more likely to get struck by lightning than people, which makes sense. But how upsetting is that?
Yeah, that's it. Now I end the episode. Bye-bye.
Oh.